Question 1. Title examination. During a title examination, you discover an outstanding lien from a previous owner that was never resolved or satisfied. According to Rhode Island regulations, what is the appropriate action for resolving this issue? A. Ignore the lien and proceed with the transaction as it is not the current owner's responsibility. B. Notify the current owner of the lien and suggest that they negotiate with the lien holder before proceeding. C. Include the lien in the title insurance policy as an exception and proceed with the closing. D. Resolve the lien by obtaining a lien release or settlement before proceeding with the transaction. Answer: D. Resolve the lien by obtaining a lien release or settlement before proceeding with the transaction. Explanation: in Rhode Island, as per Title 34, Chapter 11 of the General Laws, it is crucial to resolve any outstanding liens before closing a transaction. Ignoring the lien or including it as an exception in the policy does not eliminate the risk for the buyer or the insurer. Obtaining a lien release or settlement ensures that the title is clear and free of encumbrances, which is essential for valid and marketable title transfer. This practice aligns with both state regulations and industry standards for thorough title examination. Question 2. Title insurance policies. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage in a standard owner's title insurance policy? A. Claims related to defects or liens that were known to the owner prior to closing. B. Title defects arising from heirs in public records. C. Unknown heirs or creditors who claim interest in the property. D. Unrecorded easements and encroachments. Answer: A. Claims related to defects or liens that were known to the owner prior to closing. Explanation: standard owner's title insurance policies typically exclude coverage for issues or defects that the owner was aware of before closing. These are considered known risks and are not covered by the insurance. In contrast, unknown defects, errors in public records, and unrecorded encumbrances are generally covered by the policy, provided they were not disclosed to the policyholder. This exclusion is a key aspect of title insurance policies to delineate the scope of coverage and manage risk. Question 3. Scenario-based question. Jane Smith is a title insurance agent who discovers during a title search that a property has a historical claim of adverse possession filed against it, which could potentially affect the title. How should Jane proceed according to Rhode Island regulations? A. Ignore the claim if it appears to be old and unlikely to be enforced. B. Include the adverse possession claim in the title insurance policy as an exception and proceed with the closing. C. Notify the parties involved, advise them to seek legal counsel and possibly resolve the claim before closing. D. Close the transaction and allow the buyer to deal with the claim after the purchase. Answer: C. Notify the parties involved, advise them to seek legal counsel and possibly resolve the claim before closing. Explanation: under Rhode Island law, adverse possession claims can significantly impact the title and ownership rights. It is essential for title insurance agents like Jane Smith to address such claims proactively. Ignoring or deferring resolution of the claim can expose both the insurer and the buyer to legal risks. Advising the parties to seek legal counsel ensures that the claim is properly addressed and resolved before closing, thereby maintaining the integrity of the transaction and protecting all parties involved. This approach aligns with the best practices for managing complex title issues and adhering to regulatory standards. Question 4. Title search and examination. When performing a title search, which of the following is considered a crucial step in ensuring the chain of title is valid? A. Reviewing the most recent deed and mortgage documents for the property. B. Verifying the current owner's identity and financial status. C. Checking for any recorded liens or judgments against the current owner. D. Examining previous deeds and mortgages to ensure there are no gaps in ownership. Answer: D. Examining previous deeds and mortgages to ensure there are no gaps in ownership. Explanation: to establish a valid chain of title, it is essential to review previous deeds and mortgages to ensure that there are no gaps in ownership. This process verifies that each transfer of interest in the property was properly recorded and that no previous ownership claims or interests were omitted. This step is crucial for identifying any potential issues or defects in the title that could affect the transaction. Question 5. Title insurance claims and risk management. Which of the following is a primary factor in assessing the risk associated with issuing a title insurance policy? A. The current market value of the property. B. The applicant's credit history and financial stability. C. The historical accuracy and completeness of the title search. D. The geographic location and zoning regulations of the property. Answer: C. The historical accuracy and completeness of the title search. Explanation: The primary factor in assessing risk when issuing a title insurance policy is the historical accuracy and completeness of the title search. A thorough and accurate title search identifies potential risks and encumbrances that could affect the property's title. Inaccurate or incomplete searches can result in uncovered issues leading to potential claims against the policy. The property's market value, applicant's credit history, and location are secondary considerations compared to the integrity of the title search. Question 6. Closing and escrow procedures. Which document is essential for ensuring the proper handling of funds during the closing process? A. The deed of trust or mortgage agreement. B. The title insurance policy. C. The settlement statement, HUD-1 or closing disclosure. D. The property appraisal report. Answer: C. The settlement statement, HUD-1 or closing disclosure. Explanation: the settlement statement, HUD-1 or closing disclosure, is essential for properly handling funds during the closing process. This document outlines all financial transactions, including the distribution of funds, closing costs, and adjustments between the buyer and seller. It ensures transparency and accuracy in the financial aspects of the transaction, which is critical for a smooth closing process. Question 7. Title insurance policies. What is a typical limitation of coverage in a standard ALTA title insurance policy? They are losses arising from zoning regulations and land use restrictions. B. Title defects that were recorded after the policy date. C. Claims related to defects that existed before the policy date but were not recorded. D. Environmental hazards and contamination on the property. Answer: A. Losses arising from zoning regulations and land use restrictions. Explanation: standard ALTA title insurance policies typically exclude coverage for losses arising from zoning regulations and land use restrictions. These issues are considered outside the scope of title insurance, which generally covers risks related to defects in the title itself rather than regulatory or environmental issues. This exclusion is important for understanding the limits of what title insurance will and will not cover. Question 8. Ethical standards in title insurance. Which action would be considered a breach of ethical standards for a title insurance agent? A. Disclosing confidential client information to a third party with consent. B. Accepting a referral fee from a real estate agent without disclosure. C. Ensuring that all title issues are properly addressed before closing. D. Providing unbiased advice and recommendations to clients. Answer: B. Accepting a referral fee from a real estate agent without disclosure. Explanation: accepting a referral fee from a real estate agent without disclosure constitutes a breach of ethical standards, as it may create a conflict of interest and compromise the agent's objectivity. Ethical standards require transparency and full disclosure of any financial relationships or incentives that could influence professional judgment or advice. Ensuring all title issues are addressed, disclosing client information with consent, and providing unbiased advice are consistent with ethical practices. Question 9. Title insurance calculations and financial aspects. If a property's title insurance premium is calculated at a rate of $2 per $1,000 of coverage and the coverage amount is $500,000, what is the total premium? A. $500. B. $1,000. C. $1,500. D. $2,000. Answer: B. $1,000. Explanation: the title insurance premium is calculated as follows. Premium equals rate x coverage amount owned 1,000. Premium equals to x 500,000 owned 1,000 equals to x 500 equals 1,000. Therefore, the total premium is $1,000. The calculation shows how the rate is applied to the coverage amount to determine the premium cost. Question 10. Technology and tools in title insurance. Which technological advancement is most likely to enhance the efficiency of title searches and examinations? A. Traditional manual record-keeping systems. B. Electronic recording and filing systems. C. Handwritten title abstracts. D. Fax machines for document transmission. Answer: B. Electronic recording and filing systems. Explanation: electronic recording and filing systems greatly enhance the efficiency of title searches and examinations by streamlining the process of accessing, recording, and managing title-related documents. These systems provide quicker access to public records and improve accuracy and efficiency compared to traditional manual systems or handwritten abstracts. Fax machines and manual record keeping are less efficient and outdated compared to modern technological solutions. Question 11. Practical scenarios and problem solving. Alex Brown is a title insurance agent who discovers that a property has a previously undisclosed easement that could affect the property's use. What is the most appropriate course of action Alex should take? A. Proceed with the policy issuance and include the easement as a standard exception. B. Notify the buyer and seller about the easement but proceed with closing without further action. C. Investigate the details of the easement, assess its impact, and consult with legal counsel to determine how it should be addressed before issuing the policy. D. Ignore the easement if it does not appear to impact the market value of the property. Answer. C. Investigate the details of the easement, assess its impact, and consult with legal counsel to determine how it should be addressed before issuing the policy. Explanation. When an undisclosed easement is discovered, it is crucial to investigate its details and assess how it might impact the property's use and title. Consulting with legal counsel ensures that the easement is properly addressed and disclosed in the title insurance policy. This approach helps mitigate potential risks and ensures that the policy accurately reflects any encumbrances affecting the property. Ignoring or overlooking such issues could lead to unresolved legal and practical challenges for the buyer. Question 12. Title search and examination. Which of the following is a potential consequence of a defect in the chain of title discovered during a title examination? A. The title insurance policy will automatically cover the defect. B. The transaction may need to be postponed until the defect is resolved. C. The defect will be ignored if it does not affect the current owner's ability to sell the property. D. The closing can proceed without addressing the defect if both parties agree. Answer. B. The transaction may need to be postponed until the defect is resolved. Explanation. Defects in the chain of title can significantly impact the validity of the title transfer. Typically, the transaction must be postponed until the defect is resolved to ensure that the title is clear and marketable. Title insurance policies do not automatically cover defects that affect the chain of title. Addressing and resolving these issues is necessary for a successful closing. Question 13. Legal aspects of title insurance. According to Rhode Island state laws, which of the following is required for a title insurance policy to be considered valid? A. The policy must be issued within 30 days of the property closing. B. The policy must include a detailed legal description of the property. C. The policy must cover all possible encumbrances, including those discovered after the closing. D. The policy must be issued by a licensed title insurance company or underwriter. Answer. D. The policy must be issued by a licensed title insurance company or underwriter. Explanation. Rhode Island law requires that title insurance policies be issued by licensed title insurance companies or underwriters to be considered valid. This ensures that the policy is backed by a reputable and regulated entity providing reliable coverage and protection for the parties involved in the transaction. A detailed legal description and coverage of all possible encumbrances are important but secondary to the requirement for licensure. Question 14. Title insurance policies. Which of the following typically constitutes a standard exception in an owner's title insurance policy? A. Claims arising from defects known to the insured. B. Unrecorded easements or encroachments. C. Claims for unpaid property taxes. D. Claims related to zoning violations. Answer. B. Unrecorded easements or encroachments. Explanation. Unrecorded easements or encroachments are commonly listed as standard exceptions in an owner's title insurance policy. These exceptions reflect issues that might not be recorded in public records but could still affect the property. Other claims, such as those related to known defects, unpaid taxes, or zoning violations, are typically not included as standard exceptions and require specific consideration. Question 15. Title insurance calculations and financial aspects. If the title insurance premium rate is $1.50 per $1,000 of coverage and the total coverage amount is $250,000, what is the premium amount? A. $250. B. $375. C. $500. D. $750. Answer. B. $375. Explanation. The title insurance premium can be calculated using the formula premium equals X coverage amount owned 1,000. Premium equals 1.50x 250,000 owned 1,000 equals 1.50x 250 equals 375. Thus, the premium amount is $375. Question 16. Closing and escrow procedures. In the escrow process, who is typically responsible for preparing and reviewing the closing documents? A. The buyer's real estate agent. B. The title insurance company. C. The seller's attorney. D. The escrow agent or closing officer. Answer: D. The escrow agent or closing officer. Explanation: the escrow agent or closing officer is generally responsible for preparing and reviewing the closing documents. They ensure that all necessary documents are completed correctly and that the transaction proceeds smoothly, while the parties, such as the buyer's agent or seller's attorney, may assist. The primary responsibility for document preparation and review lies with the escrow agent or closing officer. Question 17. Ethics and professional conduct. Which of the following actions would be considered a conflict of interest in the title insurance industry? A. Providing accurate and thorough title reports. B. Accepting gifts from clients or parties involved in the transaction. C. Disclosing all relevant information to clients and parties involved. D. Maintaining professional integrity and transparency in dealings. Answer: B. Accepting gifts from clients or parties involved in the transaction. Explanation: accepting gifts from clients or parties involved in the transaction constitutes a conflict of interest as it may influence professional judgment and compromise impartiality. Maintaining professional integrity, transparency, and providing accurate information are ethical practices essential to the role of a title insurance agent. Question 18. Title search and examination. Which document is most critical for verifying historical ownership and transfers of property during a title search? A. Property tax records. B. Title insurance policy documents. C. Previous deeds and conveyances. D. Mortgage loan statements. Answer: C. Previous deeds and conveyances. Explanation: previous deeds and conveyances are crucial for verifying historical ownership and transfers of property. They provide a record of how the property has changed hands over time, which is essential for establishing a clear chain of title. Property tax records, title insurance documents, and mortgage statements provide useful information but are not essential to verifying ownership history. Question 19. Title insurance claims and risk management. Which step is typically involved in the title insurance claim process? A. Issuing a new title insurance policy to replace the existing one. B. Conducting an investigation to determine the validity of the claim. C. Providing a refund of the premium paid by the insured. D. Automatically settling the claim without further review. Answer: B. Conducting an investigation to determine the validity of the claim. Explanation: the title insurance claim process generally involves conducting an investigation to determine the validity of the claim. This step is essential for assessing the nature and extent of the issue and deciding on an appropriate resolution. Issuing a new policy or providing a premium refund are not typical steps in the claims process, and automatic settlement without review would not align with industry standards. Question 20. Technology and tools in title insurance. Which of the following technological tools is most likely to assist in ensuring data accuracy and security in title insurance? A. Manual data entry systems. B. Electronic document management systems. C. Traditional paper filing systems. D. Analog record-keeping methods. Answer: B. Electronic document management systems. Explanation: electronic document management systems are most effective in ensuring data accuracy and security in title insurance. These systems facilitate the efficient handling, storing, and retrieving of electronic documents while implementing robust security measures. Manual and traditional systems are more prone to errors and security issues compared to modern electronic solutions. Question 21. Practical scenarios and problem solving. Sarah Johnson, a title insurance agent, finds that a property has a discrepancy in the legal description compared to the recorded deed. How should Sarah address this issue before proceeding with the title insurance policy? A. Proceed with issuing the policy as the discrepancy is minor and unlikely to cause issues. B. Notify the parties involved and suggest correcting the legal description before closing. C. Include a note about the discrepancy in the title insurance policy as an exception. D. Ignore the discrepancy if the property value is confirmed and accurate. Answer: B. Notify the parties involved and suggest correcting the legal description before closing. Explanation: addressing discrepancies in the legal description is crucial to ensure the accuracy of the property's title. Sarah should notify the parties involved and suggest correcting the legal description to resolve the issue before proceeding with the title insurance policy. This approach ensures that the title accurately reflects the property's boundaries and avoids potential legal complications. Question 22. Title insurance policies. What is the primary purpose of an ALTA homeowner's policy endorsement in a title insurance policy? A. To cover only claims related to property taxes. B. To provide extended coverage for issues such as zoning violations and restrictive covenants. C. To offer protection against claims of adverse possession and easements not disclosed in public records. D. To exclude coverage for defects related to recorded documents. Answer. B. To provide extended coverage for issues such as zoning violations and restrictive covenants. Explanation. The ALTA homeowners policy endorsement is designed to provide extended coverage beyond the standard policy, including issues such as zoning violations and restrictive covenants that might affect the property. This endorsement aims to offer broader protection to homeowners against potential claims not covered by the standard policy. Question 23. Title search and examination. Which of the following documents is least likely to be used as a primary source of information during a title search? A. Prior mortgages and deeds of trust. B. Current property tax bills. C. Historical property deeds. D. Recent title insurance policies. Correct answer. B. Current property tax bills. Explanation. While current property tax bills provide important information about the current status of property taxes, they are not typically used as a primary source during a title search. Instead, prior mortgages and deeds of trust, historical property deeds, and recent title insurance policies are more critical for establishing the history of ownership and encumbrances. Answer. B. It requires the title insurance company to conduct an investigation and potentially resolve the issue. Explanation. An affirmative claim under title insurance policy prompts the title insurance company to investigate the claim and determine whether it is valid. This process may involve resolving the issue or defending against it as outlined in the policy's coverage terms. The claim does not automatically cancel the policy or guarantee a refund. Question 24. Legal aspects of title insurance. Under Rhode Island law, what is the primary legal effect of an affirmative claim made under a title insurance policy? A. It automatically cancels the existing title insurance policy. B. It requires the title insurance company to conduct an investigation and potentially resolve the issue. C. It obligates the policyholder to seek legal recourse outside of the title insurance policy. D. It guarantees that the policyholder will receive a full refund of the premium. Question 25. Title insurance claims and risk management. Which factor is crucial when assessing the risk associated with a title insurance claim? A. The amount of the original policy premium paid. B. The age of the property being insured. C. The nature and extent of the defect or issue being claimed. D. The current market value of the property. Answer. C. The nature and extent of the defect or issue being claimed. Explanation. The risk associated with a title insurance claim primarily depends on the nature and extent of the defect or issue being claimed. This factor influences how the claim is evaluated and resolved. The amount of the premium, age of the property, and current market value are less directly related to the risk assessment process. Question 26. Closing and escrow procedures. Which action is typically required of an escrow agent at the conclusion of the escrow process? A. Destroying all documents related to the transaction. B. Returning the funds to the buyer if the transaction is cancelled. C. Recording the necessary documents with the appropriate governmental office. D. Issuing a new title insurance policy to the seller. Answer. C. Recording the necessary documents with the appropriate governmental office. Explanation. At the conclusion of the escrow process, the escrow agent is responsible for recording the necessary documents, such as the deed, with the appropriate governmental office. This step ensures that the property transfer is officially documented and recognized. Destroying documents, returning funds, or issuing new policies are not standard concluding actions. Question 27. Technology and tools in title insurance. What is a significant advantage of using electronic recording systems in title insurance transactions? A. They eliminate the need for title insurance altogether. B. They increase the speed and efficiency of recording and accessing documents. C. They require manual data entry for accuracy. D. They replace the need for title searches. Answer. B. They increase the speed and efficiency of recording and accessing documents. Explanation. Electronic recording systems enhance the speed and efficiency of recording and accessing documents, which streamlines the title insurance process. They do not eliminate the need for title insurance, require manual data entry, or replace the necessity of conducting title searches. Question 28. Title insurance policies. In title insurance, what is the primary purpose of an easement endorsement? A. To cover damage caused by environmental hazards. B. To provide protection against claims related to easements that were not disclosed. C. To ensure the value of the property against market fluctuations. D. To cover any changes in property zoning laws. Answer: B. To provide protection against claims related to easements that were not disclosed. Explanation: an easement endorsement provides protection against claims related to easements that were not disclosed during the title search. This endorsement ensures that the policyholder is covered if undisclosed easements affect the property. It does not address environmental hazards, market fluctuations, or zoning changes. Question 29. Ethics and professional conduct. What is a key ethical consideration for title insurance professionals when dealing with confidential client information? A. Sharing information with other professionals to expedite the process. B. Discussing client details in public forums for transparency. C. Ensuring that client information is kept confidential and secure. D. Using client information for personal gain. Answer: C. Ensuring that client information is kept confidential and secure. Explanation: title insurance professionals must ensure that client information is kept confidential and secure. This ethical consideration is crucial for maintaining trust and complying with privacy regulations. Sharing information publicly or using it for personal gain breaches confidentiality and professional conduct standards. Question 30. Practical scenarios and problem solving. Michael, a title insurance agent, discovers an undisclosed lien on a property during the title search. What should Michael do to address this issue before proceeding with the title insurance policy? A. Proceed with issuing the policy and note the lien as a minor issue. B. Ignore the lien if the property value is high enough to cover it. C. Inform the parties involved and work to resolve the lien before proceeding. D. Suggest that the property owner negotiate with the lien holder to remove the lien. Answer: C. Inform the parties involved and work to resolve the lien before proceeding. Explanation: Michael should inform the parties involved about the undisclosed lien and work to resolve it before issuing the title insurance policy. Addressing and clearing the lien ensures that the title is marketable and free from encumbrances that could affect ownership. Ignoring the lien or suggesting negotiation without resolution is not appropriate for ensuring a clear title.